from Gadhadā 167 about acquiring the virtues of the Satpurush. Sat means true, Purush means person. So Satpurush means the true person. On Chaitra Sudhi the 7th, Samvat 1876, which is the 21st of March 1820. So a little over 200 years ago, Swami Sri Sahajanandji Maharaj was sitting in the residential hall of the Munis in Dada Akshar Darbar in Gadhadā. He was dressed entirely in white clothes. At that time, an assembly of Munis, as well as devotees from various places, had gathered before him. Thereupon, Sriji Maharaj asked the Munis, "There is a Satpurush who has no affection at all for the pleasures of this world. They harbor desires only for the higher realms, i.e. that of the abode of divinity, and for the form of that divine. They also wish the same for whoever associates with that source. They feel, as this individual has associated with me, it would be of great benefit to the individual if their desires for this world are eradicated and their affection for the other world is developed. Furthermore, all of the efforts the Satpurush, the true person, makes are only for acquiring bliss after attaining the abode of the divine after death. But they never do anything for the sake of bodily comforts. So, with what understanding can a spiritual aspirant acquire the virtues of such a Satpurush? And what understanding causes such virtues not to be acquired? That is the question. Muktanand Swami replied, "If one views such a Satpurush who has no desire for the pleasures of this world as being divine," which is in reference to this verse from the Shvetashvaratara Upanishad, chapter 6, verse 23, which I will recite to you. Yasya deva bhara bhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau tasyaite katita yartha prakashante mahatmanaha, which translates to, all those attainments noted in the scriptures shine forth, in other words, are attained for the great person who has the same profound bhakti, loving devotion towards the Guru, the spiritual teacher, and as they have towards the source. And if one accepts whatever words they utter as the truth and acts accordingly, then that aspirant will also acquire the virtues of that Satpurush. One who does not do so will not acquire those virtues. Sriji Maharaj then said, "That answer is correct, but please listen as I explain the method of understanding by which an aspirant can acquire the virtues of the great Satpurush. A person imbibes the virtues of such a Purush who has no affection for anything except for the source within all. By believing this Purush, person, is extremely great, despite thousands of people standing before them with folded hands, they do not have the slightest desire for the pleasures of the world. As for me, I am extremely insignificant, and I am solely attached to worldly pleasures. I do not understand anything at all about the source of all things. Shame on me." In this way, they feel great remorse, and imbibed the virtues of the great Purush. They also feel remorse after realizing their own flaws. While repenting in this way, vairagya, a kind of energized dispassion for the world, develops as it arises in their heart, and thereafter they acquire the virtues similar to those of that Satpurush. Now please listen as I describe the characteristics of a person in whose heart the virtues of the Satpurush are never acquired. Such a person believes, the Satpurush is said to be great, yet they have no kind of common sense whatsoever. They do not even know how to eat or drink properly, nor do they know how to dress properly. The divine has given them abundant pleasures, yet they do not know how to enjoy them. Moreover, when they give anything to anyone, they do so indiscriminately. In this way, they perceive countless flaws of various types in the Satpurush. Such a malicious person never acquires the virtues of the Satpurush. Thus we close our reading of this passage here for now. So thank you for listening. Thus it is important that for us to gain the virtues of those that we look up to, if we find flaws in them, then we cannot acquire their virtues, which shine so much brighter than the flaws. If we bring our attention to what is good, then we imbibe that which is good. Thank you for listening.